What's up everyone? Welcome back. I know a lot of you are gonna be really happy I'm finally doing this video. A house update. It's been many months and I haven't really given you guys an update. So this isn't gonna be a long video, it's just a quick update. I'm gonna be mostly talking about the kitchen and the bathrooms, but let me give you a quick general update. So you guys know I mentioned last time that I had to change every last window in the house because since there was no existing air conditioning, I needed energy efficient windows in order for the city to give me the permit to get AC, which was very, very annoying because they were beautiful original windows that had nothing wrong with them, but I had to change them anyway. It was an unforeseen expense and it took 8 weeks to get the windows and there's so many of them were wrong. It was like probably the worst experience I've had throughout the whole project was the windows, just the windows. But thankfully at this point, all the windows are in, all the new windows. They look exactly the same as the old ones. It's just materially speaking, they're double pane and they're energy efficient. So really glad that's over. But on to the fun stuff. Now, the one thing that I had a really clear vision for in the house when I first bought it was the kitchen. There used to be a butler's pantry that I think was being used as like a breakfast nook. So I knocked down that wall and just made a large area for the kitchen. And once the guy who was building my custom cabinets gave me the rendering, I sort of went in and made my changes and just little alterations here and there. He did a really good job of making the layout based on what I told him, but of course I'm detail oriented and I had to make changes of my own.
I'm doing the plans for my kitchen and I'm trying to decide between having cabinets on either side of the hood over the range or just doing exposed shelves.
I decided to put a little banquette next to the kitchen just because we'd opened up that big beautiful space. I thought it was like the perfect little addition right next to the formal dining room, just like a more casual place to sit and eat. So for the slab in my kitchen, the countertops on the island and the perimeter, I decided to go with marble. I know it's risky and so many people were like, you're gonna regret it. I know exactly what I'm getting myself into. I know it's risky, but I intend to take really, really good care of it. And the bottom line is nothing looks as good as marble. In my mind, the vision that I have for my kitchen, it has to have marble. So that's exactly what I did. It was a difficult type to find because I wanted the I think it's called Calcutta Borghini. It's the kind that it has gray marbling in it, but it has like gold marbling in it too. That I chose for the island only, and then the perimeter doesn't have much marbling in it. It's almost like a white, like nude kind of marbling through it. It's very, very just subtle, and it's a honed finish, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted honed around the perimeter, and I wanted polished in the center on the island. So the kitchen was one of the less anxiety-provoking projects throughout the house because there were so many other things obviously that I had to pick, like bathroom finishes. Okay, so there's 5 bathrooms throughout the house. 4 of them are on the first and second level, and then the 5th one is on the 3rd level where the studio is. So that's a lot of bathrooms to have to reconfigure and give each one its own unique style. So by the time we got to the 5th bathroom up on the 3rd floor, I just told my contractor, I was like, I just don't even care. Just go to Lowe's and buy anything. I mean it, anything. That is the single most difficult thing about doing this house is I pretty much did all of it by myself. I chose every last finish by myself. I did every design detail by myself. I don't recommend it. It's only from this experience that I've discovered the many psychotic elements to my personality because just the smallest, tiniest details, I would get hung up on them and say, no, it has to be this way. And they'd be like, well, they don't make that. I'm like, well, let's find someone who makes it. So for the remaining 4 bathrooms that I actually cared about designing, the bathroom downstairs, which is the guest bath, I converted that from the bathroom that was attached to the bedroom that became the family room to a guest bath. So we took away the tub. I decided to keep the shower in there, a very small shower, because I put in a pool outside, so I didn't want someone to go swimming and then want to go shower and have to like go all the way upstairs and like drag water with them. This is one of my favorite bathrooms because it has a very vintage vibe. Obviously everything's new, but the vibe is very almost kind of 20s, just with the sink and like the floor and the subway tile. It's really cool, and it's going to be sort of black, white, and brass in there. So the first bathroom upstairs, which is inside the guest bedroom, I think that's probably my favorite bathroom in the whole house because, I don't know, there's something very simple and kind of country about that. I don't know what it is. I ended up putting white 6x6 subway tile in the shower and did dark gray grout in between. So that sort of gives it that country vibe, just kind of more casual. And then on the floor, it's this tile that has kind of a medieval vibe, which is with the clawfoot tub and like that, something about that combo just for me makes it my favorite bathroom. I just think it looks so good. Now the bathroom in my master suite, this one I would say is probably the most modern looking, even though it's not really that modern. It's just all white marble in different shapes. I wanted like a brass inlay in the floor that separated like a square of one kind of tile from a border around it that would be a different kind of tile. So what I ended up doing is 3-inch hex marble tile in the middle, and then you've got the little tiny brick marble outside of it. But then once you get into the shower, you've got the matching 2-inch hex, so they're a little bit smaller. And then adding in that brass inlay is just like, it's like the smallest detail, but for me it really just makes the bathroom. Without it, I feel like it wouldn't be the same. So that's pretty much all the updates I have for the inside of the house. Right now we are, drywall has gone up, everything's been patched and sanded, we're ready to paint. We're really close to being done. I would say we've got another probably month, maybe month and a half ahead of us. So again, if you're not following me on Snapchat, definitely add me because pretty much like every other day, every couple of days, I update with something new in the house and just show what's going on in there. And my contractor's really funny and just like an awesome guy. So we definitely laugh and just have a good time while we're doing this huge, stressful project. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in my next video.